Capcom presents.
Ready?
Hey y'all, what's good? What's happening? So this is our 2025 convention summary. We went to about 11 or 12 cons as of last year. A lot of them are revisits to kind of see if there was any improvement compared to what we went through with 2024. There have been quite a few. And then there have some that kind of stay stagnant, and then there are some that kind of just fell flat. But you know, this is what we do, and we do it for y'all because you know there might be a time whereas you might think, oh, well, I wonder how this convention is, or how this convention is. Now, initially, when I realized that there was nobody ever really doing like these kind of videos, I figured, hey, why don't we actually do this to kind of let everybody know our opinions about these type of things. All right, so let's start with Animeverse. We went to Animeverse twice as of last year. One in February, and I think one in like the fall or summer or something like that.
Yeah, we went to that like twice. I believe it's during the one during the summer. I think it was in like July or something like that.
Right, so as far as Animeverse is concerned, they've always been consistent, so we never really had any problems with them. Other than volunteers has always been something we really think they should consider, right?
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, volunteers, that's like a common issue. It's like what we always say, do a little background check and vet your volunteers, because you're going to have certain people that's your volunteers that represent your convention. And if they problematic, then that's going to make a convention look bad, and that's not cool.
Right. But as far as the grade is concerned, I mean, they do know how to run conventions pretty good. So, I mean, we gave them an A. Next, Anime Houston. Can't really say much about them. We were going to go, but there was some drama that was a bit funny and a bit crazy. So we ended up having to miss out on that. Ardana just tried to access the website, and the domain is completely gone. So it is what it is with that one, right? So I hate to say this, but they get a what grade should we do? F or a no call, no show or something?
Man, shoot. I mean, that's an F, bro, because how you it was a bunch of mans came and accessed their website. And I'm surprised the Instagram page is still up. That's the part that got me.
That's wild to me. All right, who's next? Pop culture. Okay, pop culture. Very new. I honestly I had a good time going there. I did. Again, volunteers. Volunteers is an issue. So please make sure y'all get that in check, because you want people that's gonna represent y'all convention the right way. And there are some that was a bit suspect, but you know, we still had fun nonetheless, right? All right. So, WeebCon. Well, what can we say about WeebCon?
Yeah, because that was the year where they changed locations and stuff. It was kind of a mess. Stuff was not like organized. Now, here's my thing with handlers and stuff. Like for example, one of the Japanese voice actors, I always wanted to meet her, but her handler or translator, he was giving a funky attitude. Like, I get it about, you know, as far as what they had to do and make their voice actors comfortable, but it was just right.
Yeah, WeebCon was something else, huh?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, as far as the venue space, I feel like they would have been able to utilize it a little bit better if they knew how to arrange it. It just felt like a cluster, And don't get me started about the whole escalator, elevator situation. That done traumatized me. Like the elevators, they kept blocking it off, and I think at some point the escalators weren't working. It was just a hot mess. So if they want to go back to the Urban Convention, I think that's what it was that they had it at. They need to be more effective with that space because it was just.
Yeah, not to mention also using the hotel across the street adequately too, because we didn't even know where a lot of the panels were for that space either, you know. So it just I mean it was honestly it really was kind of unorganized. Yeah. So I honestly for them I give a B-.
Yeah, B-. I mean they did have maps and stuff, but then at the same time it was kind of challenging to read segment.
Yeah. Oh, pop culture does get a B. Especially by them being new, I'll say B+. I'm cool with that. All right, DreamCon. What about DreamCon? I mean, them tickets, the process of getting them tickets, very annoying. I don't know what the hell was up with that.
Okay, so here's my deal, y'all. Don't get me wrong. DreamCon was nice. But
not to mention, it feels like when you go there, it's gonna feel like family because it is a lot of us in there. So that's pretty dope. But there's just some things that, being that we go to conventions like that, there's just some things you can do, and there's just some things that you just don't do. Like this whole ticketing thing.
Man, look, I remember, I think, was it like Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. I got off of work. I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pick up, the Saturday tickets. Because, we only got Saturday because, our schedule stuff. So I went there, and homeboy was like, oh, you have to wait to pick it up the day of. I'm like, what? So, okay, here's my thing. It does not make sense to make people pick up their single day passes on the day of, because you know what happens? A lot of people, it's gonna be crowded. It was gonna be a long line of people waiting to pick up their, batch of stuff, which pretty much what happened, because I spoke to a lot of peeps and they told me it was long as much. So come that Saturday, me and my brother, we went up there, we got our badges, and I was gonna pick up my sister and brother. Now mind you, all 4 of the badge purchases were under my name, meaning that 4 badges under Ardana Green. But homeboy said, oh, well, your sister and brother, they're going to have to pick it up. I'm like, what? If I buy 4 tickets under my dang blasted name, I should be able to get all 4 tickets because I paid for it. I'm just saying. And what's ridiculous, they was trying to make, my sister and brother go back in the line, and the line was long.
It sure was, man.
And that's how people miss stuff because of things like that. It just irks me. The process, I really think they need to revamp that. And before people be like, well, you should have read the website. Well, guess what? I read over it. The process, it needs some revamping because it doesn't make sense to me. Because if you're dealing with the city of Houston and you making people to pick up their single day on the day that they go, that's crazy.
And then not to mention, all that whole little thing was completely unorganized. It really was. Like I said, it felt good going in and being amongst our people and everything and whatnot. But overall, it was a mess. Not to mention, the price for them tickets just does not justify like the access that you're gonna get when you first walk in. Because honestly, for what you pay for, you don't really have much to do there other than like meet other people and then be like, oh, hey, you like anime? That's a nice cosplay. I mean, hate to say it, but you can do that at any convention for a lot less. Just saying.
And don't get me started about the RSVP, because here's my thing. The RSVP, that system is moot because some people was able to sneak into the stuff even though they didn't RSVP. So something has to be done to the process. I feel like it need to be revamped, or the whole process need to be tossed out. I mean, something got to be done because that basically cheated out people who got the premium and stuff like that. It just, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, they get like a C+ for that. I say a C+.
I'm sorry, I'm giving them a D because it's just too many things that went wrong. I mean, I'm trying to see, like the positive. I mean, granted, we met, the people who did the voices in Boondocks. That was nice, but it's too many problems that outweigh the positives.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about where else did we go to? Kima Kawaii, I really like it. I give them an A-. Nice family-oriented convention. It was very nice.
Oh yeah, look, if you want your kids to be introduced to like conventions, Kima Kawaii it's family friendly. I love him.
Yeah, and honestly, like he's a celebrity. Even though it was very new, it's ran by the same people that does anime verse. I was cool with that too.
Oh yeah, they executed really well. And what I appreciate, it wasn't anime centric. Of course, it had people from different shows and Western cartoons. And what was Cobra Kai? That's right.
Yes, a lot of Cobra Kai. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, it was a whole lot of Cobra Kai in the panels too. And so, who else did we go to? Okay, now Tokyo X. I have to say, Tokyo X is one of our favorites. They know how to run a convention. Honestly, like we went there like what 3 or 4 times.
Shoot, I don't know. I lost count. I mean, I love them.
Yeah, so they know what to do when it comes to doing conventions. So we've never had any problem with them. They get an A from us.
Yep, same.
Now, Ordano, I have to say, when it comes to CajunCon and NostalgiaCon, they're very similar to me. So I'm gonna group them kind of like the same. NostalgiaCon always has like the best star power to me. So being that if you want to see something that's like from like the cartoon perspective, like old cartoon movies, that's the con to go to because they will have any and everybody there. And I feel the same way with CajunCon, especially by it being brand new. Shout out to Scott for doing what he's doing. So he has a great idea, a great platform. So I know we're going to be there next year.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, I would give them an A.
Yeah.
So what would be the top 3 for you?
Okay, so my top 3 haven't changed. There's Tokyo X.
Yeah, same.
Animeverse fans.
Yeah,
And Nostalgia's up there too.
Yeah, so and that's pretty much my top 3 as well. And I'll have to say honorable mention would have to be CajunCon.
CajunCon. You know why? CajunCon had the best volunteers.
There you go.
Down.
Best volunteers. So, we want to use this time to shout out our peeps. Shout out Fusion Hot Podcast. We're there every time we see them. They go to about every convention that we've gone to. Shout out to Spade, because that's our bro. Who else we gonna shout out?
Brando!
Oh yeah, our boy Brando. Shout out Brando. He's good people.
And Jonathan. Yeah. Woo woo.
Jonathan. Oh, shout out Jonathan and Crystal. Congratulations on your wedding. Who else?
The twins.
Oh yeah, shout out the twins. Devin and Christian. Shout out to them. Fabian
and Stacey. And family. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all our peace, man. And okay, of course, our auntie Stephanie. Shout out to her. Elise Bowman, love her to death. Chuck Huber, Steve Stead. There's so many people, bro. So many. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. Thank y'all for the adventures of last year. We're looking forward to what happens this year. And with that being said, we're gonna holler at y'all later. As always, the Green Kids Adventure signing off. Y'all have a very blessed day. Peace. We out.